What's up, guys? This week on We Don't Know What We're Doing is Real Week. Basically, this is a week where we talk about whatever subject we want to. Let's get started. Well, before I start, maybe three things. First off, Real Week will be, I told you guys last week for Screw It Week that basically Screw It Week will have it once a month, once every other month. Well, the month we don't have Screw It Week, we're going to have Real Week where we just talk about subjects. So, the other thing is, these upcoming 2 weeks, next week and the week after that, sadly, next week and the week after that. No, not next week, the week, yes. I don't think we'll have a video next week or the week after that. But if we do have a video next week, we might have a video next week, I'm not really sure. But basically, I'm in the process of moving out of my grandparents' house and going to Arizona to be with my parents. So I'm in the process of that. So I know it'll either be next week and the week after that I won't have a video, or we'll have a video next week but the next week we won't, and then the next week we won't. I don't know. You guys just check our channels the day that we post. If there's nothing there, then you know why. There won't be there for 2 weeks. But I don't know if I don't think we're posting next week. And then the week after that we won't post either. But I could be wrong. We might be posting next week. I'll have to confirm with Sarah. But anyway, let's get started. So, for Sarah's Real Week, she talked about being a military kid. I'm a military kid. Me and Sarah met because we're both military kids. Went to a military kid school. But I've had a fortunate life because I lived in Florida for 6 years, the first 6 years of my life. And I lived in Alaska for 7. And now I'll probably live in Arizona for 4 to 5. And then I'll be an adult and can go wherever I want. So, I mean, my military kid life's not that bad. I've pretty much stayed in only 2 places my whole life. Well, 3 now. Once I get to Arizona, it'll be 3 places my whole life. So, it's not like Sarah, where Sarah's lived like a billion. So, Sarah really does have the military kid experience. I'm a military kid. I just happen to be lucky and not moved around as much. So, 1, I don't really have that military kid experience to talk about it. And 2, Sarah already talked about it. So, this week, I have a lot of things I want to talk about on Real Week, but I think I'm going to start out with, since Sarah did military kid and has something to do with friends, I'm going to talk about friends. I'm going to talk about 2 things today, kind of. They tie in together. 1 is being popular, and I think it's bullshit. And 2 is moving away from your best friend and what it feels like. So, being popular. At my military school that I went to, I say military school, it was military school. Basically, it was a school on a military base that only military kids could be on. Only military kids could go to. It was on base, whatever. I went there, and there's like maybe 1,000 kids in the school, and there was like maybe at tops 40 kids in every grade. So there was popular, but I mean, it wasn't really popular, and especially at such a young age. It was elementary school. It was not much popular. Well, 6th grade. There was one 6th grade class with like 30 kids in it, and I mean, again, there were the popular kids, the kids that like everyone knew. All the grades knew, all the grades wanted to be. Well, popular girls. Basically, at the beginning of the year, I was friends with this girl. And I mean, it was kind of just us. Well, then me and her got into a fight over this guy. I didn't like the guy. I wasn't friends with the guy. She started dating him, and then she kind of just left to go be with him, and it pissed me off. So I was trying to find new people to hang out with, and I ran into the popular girls. And I became friends with the popular girls because I didn't have any else to hang out with. Well, being popular kinda sucked. I mean, sure. It would have been fine. I'm sure being popular is fine. I mean, I was kind of popular for 1st through 5th grade. But the thing was, though, I didn't really have anything in common with these popular girls. So I kind of like tried to make it to where I had things in common with them, to where I could be like friends with them and hang out with them. Which was a mistake, you guys. I wouldn't say I was I don't know. I wasn't very happy being part of the populars. I didn't like it that much. I just didn't like being with the popular kids. We didn't really have anything in common. But I stayed with them because I thought, you know, maybe being popular is what I wanted. And it wasn't at all. After a couple months of being popular, or I wouldn't say a couple months, it was like maybe a month and a half of being popular, became good friends with Sarah, and I wasn't jealous because our fight was minor. I mean, we still talked and stuff. We just weren't as great as friends as we were. But I was over being popular. I was done pretending to be what I wasn't. I was done pretending to be girly and, you know, pretending to be something I'm not to be popular. So I quit, and I started hanging out with them more. And I realized that we, the three of us, actually had a lot in common. So I was still considered, people would come up and be like, oh, you're part of the popular girls. And I'd hate it. I didn't want to be labeled as part of them because I felt, you know, they were labeled as a group. They were the populars. I just wanted to be Kylie, the kid that only has 2 friends. I was fine with just being Kylie, kids that only has 2 friends. I'd rather be that than, oh, you're part of the popular girls? I didn't like being labeled as a group. So I'd just say, no, not really. I don't really hang out with them anymore or something. But I hated being that, so I stopped hanging out with them. You know, I started them more. And slowly, the popular girls became something that I just used to hang out with, and I wasn't considered popular anymore. And I would just tell you guys now, I was a heck of a lot happier just hanging out with, just having 2 friends than having all these girls that I had nothing in common with but wanted to be. So I guess what I'm trying to say here, guys, is don't change to be part of the popular group. Do what you want. Find the people that you really like. Because I guarantee you, if there's not a group of people that have the same interest in you, there's one person that does. So now that I'm done with my popular rant about how I was popular for like a month and a half, leaving your best friend. So basically, you heard the story of how me and Sarah became friends. I can't really remember if she told you that, you know, we met through a mutual friend named this is basically, she liked this person. She started hanging out with this person more. Me and I told Sarah, oh, I feel like she's ditching us, and she thought we were talking about behind her back, and then she called us bitches, and then we were kind of like, well, you know, if you don't even trust us enough to ask us about it, then whatever. Sarah tried to apologize. She wouldn't accept Sarah's apology, so me and Sarah were just like, well, whatever. And me and Sarah we went and had a sleepover, and then since then we've been separated, or we've been best friends. We can't be separated. We've been best friends. Well, I moved, and it sucks because, you know, we used to hang out every day and at school, and then we'd probably have sleepovers almost every weekend. So it sucks. It really sucks, guys, when like there's a weekend, like an event or something's happening, and you're like, oh man, if I was there, we'd be together, or if you were here, we'd be together, but you're not there, and it sucks. I've had best friends in the past that have moved away, but after a little while, we kind of stopped talking as much. So I really hope that doesn't happen to me and Sarah. And I told her, I said, well, the difference is, and Sarah's been the same, she's had best friends in the past, but then after a while, they just kind of stopped talking because, you know, they moved. They weren't together. I told Sarah, but the difference is, me and you have this channel that we have to talk to every week about an idea, so I really do think me and Sarah will be better friends. But it really does suck because you do see people walking around with your best friend and you're like, oh, I remember having those moments and stuff, and you do find yourself talking about a lot of stories, and you could tell that like the people you're hanging out with, your new friends, they probably do get old of it, but it's whatever because you miss the person. Well, me and Sarah, people get annoyed because even though they think, oh, well, 2 best friends, they moved away, whatever, we're done with them, we don't have to deal with them always being together. Wrong-o. Sarah, we're 4 hours, I'm 4 hours ahead of her. So I'm out of school when she has lunch, and at Central they let you have your phones out, so we FaceTime during lunch. But it sucks being away from your best friend, guys, so I hope none of you guys are going through that. If you are, you know, just keep up with it, you know, talk to your best friend, do what you can. And if you guys need someone to talk to, me and Sarah definitely know how it feels because we're separated. So comment or something, you know, follow our Instagrams. Mine's Kylie Corsi, Kylie_Corsi, and Sarah's is something, I don't know. Sarah posts my videos, so Sarah put our Instagrams in the description and our Snapchat so you guys can talk to us if you're going through best friend separation troubles, or maybe you're going through popular troubles where you're with the populars and you don't want to be and you want to know how to get out, or, you know, maybe. So I'm not saying popular's terrible, I'm just saying don't change yourself to be popular. Well, that's all. I'm falling. Don't even worry about it. I just fell off my chair. It's okay, don't even worry about it. That's all for this real week. I'll see you guys maybe next week. Like I said, I don't know if we're posting next week or what. But I will see you guys later, I guess I'm going to say, because I don't know when we'll be posting. I will see you guys later with another video.